Today I'm going to do a drawing lesson, and then you have time to work on your measurement DI. The draft is due midnight, not this week, next week, and then the final is due midnight Friday of week 10 before you go on holidays. However, ongoing today, I will be calling out people who either need DI progress to pass or could push their grade up, so that on Friday, by the end of lesson 3, if I see part 1 complete and the baby design drawn with dimensions, so part of their assignment done, then I can bump their grade up. So I'm doing that way so that it's not clear who's failing or who's passing, just needs to bump it up, because otherwise you'll whinge about it. All right, let's do our drawing lesson. Your measurement DI needs you to draw diagrams, front, side, top, bottom, and angled. If you cannot use a 3D drawing app like Tinkercad, which is free, then I need to teach you how to draw all shapes you might need to be able to draw. So, rectangular prisms, cylinders, cones, triangular prisms, spheres, and pyramids. These are the steps that you can do to make something look three-dimensional. To make 3D shapes, you give the impression of depth by going into the page by doing this. Draw the front face of an object. So if I'm drawing a rectangular prism, what does the front of a rectangular prism look like? A rectangle. That's step 1. Step 2, draw the rear face of the object angled and away, usually up and right, from the front face. So what is the back side of a rectangular prism going to look like? A rectangle. So I could just copy and paste that, and I'm going to put it up and right. That represents the rear of it. Step 3, connect the corresponding corners of the front and back faces. So I have a corner here. Oh, that's a circle. What the hell? That's a corner. I'll connect it. Shh. That's a corner. I'll connect it. That's a corner. I'll connect it. It's a rectangle, so it should have 4 corners. There. Connect the corresponding corners. So, sorry, I overstepped the mark. I should have done this. I'm doing it step by step. So step 2 was drawing the back of it. Sorry, my bad. I got excited. Connect corresponding corners of the front and back faces. So step 3 would be this, and connecting it with lines. Use a ruler. If you're doing it, I'm doing it fast here. And then what's the last step? Any lines that would not be visible, make them dotted lines. So I'm going to copy and paste this, duplicate it. Would this line be invisible, or would I be able to see it? Would this line be able to see it? Yes. This line see it? Yeah. This line? No. So if I want to indicate that it's invisible, I would dot it. So make the eraser smaller. Okay? What other are there a couple more lines that are invisible here?
Yes, the back ones.
The back ones, so this one would be invisible, and this one along the bottom would be invisible too. So if I make that dotted, make that dotted. That's how you can make stuff look 3D. Now, because your design should be made up of different shapes, let's practice drawing those. So if I wanted to draw a rectangular prism, I would do the same shape. Up and to the right is always pretty good. Connect, 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 connect. I won't do the dotted lines here because I want to do the front back. What would the front of a rectangular prism look like? A rectangle. What's the top or the bottom of a rectangular prism look like? Freaking rectangle, okay? So, but just depending on the size of it, you might need to make it longer. It depends on the dimensions that you chose. And what are the sides of it going to look like? A rectangle, okay? We don't need genius level intellect to do that. Triangular prism. What is the back side of a triangular prism going to look like? Triangle. So I just copy. How many corners am I connecting this time? 3. Top corner to the top corner. Right. And I would make this one the see-through one here. What does the front and the back of a triangular prism look like? Triangle. What does the top of a triangular prism look like?
It line.
A line.
Like a point.
Wouldn't it be like a rectangle, and then to show that there's the triangular point, you've got like a line through the middle, like you're looking down at it? What would the sides of a triangular prism look like if I'm looking directly side on? Rectangle, what?
Yeah.
Okay. Cylinder. What is the front and the back of a cylinder? Circle. So here there's no corners to connect, but you just connect the top and the top, the bottom and the bottom. What does the front of a cylinder look like? The back's the same. What does the top of a cylinder look like?
A circle.
All right, we've already done the front and the back.
A weird curve.
If I'm pointing this at you,
A weird curve.
that looks like a weird curve to you if you're looking. This is a rectangle. It's just going to look like that. Same on the sides. She said a weird curve, and now she's
Looks
saying.
like a weird curve. It's not flat, is it?
But if you're looking at it directly on,
It's got like no shine on it. Yeah.
ignore the shine. You're just drawing a diagram. It's just a rectangle.
That's not flat. No. You could
I'll agree to disagree with our young student here. What does a sphere look like from all angles? A circle. So you duplicate that.
That's spinning in a circle.
If you wanted to shade it because you were confident at drawing, shade it. Cone. What does a cone look like if I'm looking at it straight on? Triangle. Well done. What about the top?
Like a circle with a line.
circle with a dot in it.
The dot on it. So you go like that and put a little nipple there. What would the bottom of it look? What would the sides of it look like?
A triangle.
Triangle, yeah. The only problem that you've got here, sorry, I drew that too big. Would the top and the bottom of a cone look different?
Yes.
Yeah, because you wouldn't need the little dot in the middle for the bottom. And a pyramid, what does that look like from the front? Triangle. Sides?
A triangle.
However, top?
Thingy with
Like a
square with a
square.
Yes, keep going. With a?
dot. No, actually.
Not
no,
dot.
It would actually be a line.
Yeah, how many lines?
4 lines. Or like 2 lines.
Well, a square with an X in the top.
Yeah.
Yeah? What would the bottom of it look like?
A square.
Just a square, okay? That's the end of your drawing lesson. I'm going to
I did that.
rotate it up like this so you can copy as you need.